righty. Good evening, commissioners. Welcome, everyone. And over to you, Chair Harrington.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Tuesday, July 25th, 2023 Washington County Board of Commissioners meeting. Clerk Moss, roll call, please.
Thank you, Chair Harrington. The Washington County Board of Commissioners, also meeting as the Board of Directors for Clean Water Services and all other county service districts, is now meeting this regular session, July 25th, 2023. Commissioner Willie?
Here.
Commissioner Treese?
Here.
Commissioner Fye?
Present virtually.
Vice Chair Rogers?
Here.
Chair Harrington?
Here. Is Commissioner Fye on video or just audio?
She's on both. She just has her camera off at the moment.
Oh, I understand. Okay, we just can't see her, so if she raises her hand, I'll need your help. Okay, thank you very much. Well, welcome everyone. The next item on our agenda is public communication. This is an opportunity for members of our community to come and speak to us for up to 2 minutes a person. Clerk Moss, do we have anyone who wishes to do so?
We do, Madam Chair. The first two I'll call up is Than To and Ho Duan. You can come forward.
Good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I will try to read really fast. Yeah, this is the proclamation from the Vietnamese community of Oregon. First, Vietnamese refugees have proudly resided in the city of Bethany since the conclusion of the Vietnam War. The second, Vietnamese Americans have put forth their full toiling energy building the city in a multitude of prominent areas, including industries, economy, culture, education, and military services. Third, Vietnamese Americans have counted on the state of Oregon as being their second heart, mind, and family homeland. Fourth, Vietnamese Americans have embraced Vietnamese custom and tradition that have continually practiced through generations. Fifth, a large number of the Oregon's Vietnamese Americans fully embraced the yellow and three red stripes heritage and freedom flag as a symbol of Vietnamese American community. Six, it is the will and desire from the Vietnamese community of Oregon and its community members that Vietnamese American heritage and freedom flag be recognized as the official flag of their organization in the city of Bethany. We hope that you could approve our proclamation. On behalf of the Vietnamese American community of Oregon, thank you so much for your consideration tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And I know that you've also had the opportunity to speak with a member of our staff, my policy assistant, Daniel Nava, and so forth. So thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you for letting me to read my proclamation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ho, would you like to say anything?
He's going with me.
Okay. Sounds good. Andy Hogan?
Hello, Washington County Board of Commissioners. My name is Andy Haugen, and I live at 23737 Southwest Scholls Ferry Road, Hillsboro, Oregon. I'm a member of the Stop Ordinance 882 Alliance. While the ordinance does not come up for a vote until October, I think it's important to remind the county and its commissioners of a few key points as to why many people are against this ordinance. The ordinance will directly affect and possibly ruin long-established businesses like Lone Owl Farms and Hammaker Wines. The City of Tigard on numerous occasions has expressed concerns over the extension and believes better alternatives exist. New roads are also costly, expensive, and do not match the county's preached goals of public transportation and related climate activities. Existing roads like Tile Flat have received little to no improvements to handle the traffic. Alternate routes within the UGB should have been better planned for by county staff before development took place along Roy Rogers Road, 175th, and River Terrace, rather than taking new land for new roads. While some of the area is within the UGB, other areas are still in a rural reserve where streams, wildlife, drinking water, and Class A soils will be affected. The county claims this refinement area will not be built for a long time, but that leaves residents and businesses no guarantee that construction will not start immediately. Voting demonstrates the county shows support of preservation and to live up to its commitment to protect natural areas and resources as in Ordinance 869. I also wonder why private citizens are always affected by these ordinances and never government employees. And Ordinance 882 has been flawed since its inception, and we hope the commissioners will hear the citizens they represent. We also hope they will tour the affected area and properties with a site visit and make the right choice in voting no on 882. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Haugen.
Thank you. Is there any other members in the auditorium that wishes to provide comment for up to 2 minutes on any county-related topic? Not seeing one come forward. Is there anyone online that wishes to provide comment for up to 2 minutes on any county-related topic? Give you just a moment to utilize the raise hand function. Not seeing any hands, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Clerk Moss. That means we'll move on to our consent agenda, which tonight is rather short. Includes only 4 items. 1 item from Clean Water Services and 3 items from Land Use and Transportation. What are the wishes of the board regarding tonight's consent agenda?
Move for approval.
Second?
This is where, Clerk Moss, you're going to have to help me since I can't see Commissioner Fye. All those in favor, please vote by raising your hand or saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner Fye. Any opposed? The motion carries unanimously 5-0. Next, we'll move on to our action items. The first one is to appoint Brad Anderson as the County Counsel effective September 2nd, 2023, and authorize Chair Kathryn Harrington to execute an employment agreement and waive any recruitment process and requirements.
I would move for the motion, Madam.
Second.
Do we have a staff report by any chance?
I could make a brief staff report, but Commissioner Rogers is so quick on these things that
I am sorry.
I didn't get
Well,
a
I
chance.
think it would be appropriate for you to give a little bit of context.
I am prepared. Thank you, Chair Harrington and Commission. This item D1 is a resolution order appointing Brad Anderson as County Counsel effective September 2nd, 2023, authorizing the chair to sign an employment agreement and waiving any recruitment processes that may be required. That's all in the resolution and order. There's a copy of the contract attached to the resolution order. The contract would set Mr. Anderson's salary. Mr. Anderson's salary would be between that of the Clackamas County Council and the Multnomah County Council. It would result in a raise above what he would get as a deputy county council, and I recommend that you approve that salary. I want to thank the commission. I have often said that taking over running a law office is like jumping on a moving bus and trying to drive it. Having done it 3 times in my career, I will tell you that it's challenging because the law office can't stop working. By appointing Mr. Anderson as county counsel, you have someone who's already on the bus and knows how to drive it. He is a fabulous lawyer, and you are very lucky to have him, and I have so enjoyed working with him these last 2+ years. I very much appreciate the board considering this resolution in order and hopefully approving it, and I think that this will suit Washington County very well. It's been an absolute privilege and an honor to work with you and all of these fine people, some of whom have come to support Mr. Anderson this evening. So thank you, and I'd ask the board to approve the resolution order in item D1.
So before I ask fellow commissioner for comments, I want to start with a brief explanation. Mr. Carr, who has been our county counsel for over a couple of years now, is trying a second time to retire. And we have been very pleased to have you as our county counsel. We have continued our learnings under you. You've continued to support a great department of just incredible legal expertise and helping us evolve as a county as well under your guidance. So I will say a little bit more later, but I first want to turn the mic over to my colleagues. And let me start here in the room, and then Commissioner Fye, I'll call on you as well. Does that work okay?
Yes, Chair Harrington, that works. Thank you.
Okie dokie. So colleagues.
I'll defer to Roy. Sure, thank you. Happy to have made the motion. Tom, I want to say to you, first of all, what a class act you've been in terms of not only how you've conducted yourself in this position, but also how you look to the future and recognize Brad and what he could bring to us. And I've known Brad a long time. He'll be an excellent county council, and I wish you well now. I'm not going to say happy retirement because I don't believe you're going to retire. You're going to go do something else, I know, but it'll be a while. But thank you for all your service.
And I would like to extend my appreciation to Tom as well. Mr. Carr, thank you very much. It's been really, I've really enjoyed working together. I appreciate the time you spent educating me on issues as well as providing opinions. So I do appreciate that. And to Brad, from now on, I think I'm going to call you Keanu Reeves. I don't know if you remember the Speed story, but I think that you will be appropriately nicknamed from now on. But I tell you, I'm very pleased that you have made the commitment to continue to be a leader at Washington County. I know we will benefit from that. And just looking at the folks from your department, I appreciate the fact that you made the effort to be here and to support Brad too. We're all here with you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll just follow up with that, Tom. Thank you very much for your commitment the last few years, and especially kind of coming in and being a newbie to the group. You've shown yourself to be not only a leader, but you've encouraged them and enhanced each one of them, at least from our perception. It sounds like it. You're all doing a very good job, and we appreciate your work and your commitment to the. Brad, look forward to the next 10 years. I think isn't this a 10-year contract? No. Okay. But anyway, thank you very much. We could if we wanted to be painful, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, thank you, Brad. Look forward to working with you.
Commissioner Fye.
Thank you, Chair. Brad, I look forward to working with you. I think this isn't a goodbye to Tom yet, I think. So I'll save that for other times when we officially say bye-bye to you, Tom. But I enjoyed working with you, Tom. And Brad, I enjoy working with you as well and look forward to you stepping into this leadership role and then working with you as well. So congratulations, and I'm happy I will be supporting this action item.
So to members of our community who haven't had the opportunity to work as closely with Mr. Anderson as we have had as board members, I got to say, we have a gem. He understands Oregon law. He's very good at negotiating with external partners and getting good results not only for Washington County, but for other county governments and other general governments. Case in point, the opioid settlement dollars. He really does understand government law. And that's really vital. Because of the nature of our work, and I like to think because we have an incredible legal team, Washington County seems to be developing this reputation of it's the place for certain legal challenges to be made, and we are fortunate to have the incredible brain trust that we have and leaders currently and next as our general counsel to help us do this job and form up good policy, whether we're just talking about broad county policy, personnel policy, program policy, as well as investment decision-making, all in service to our community, but more so doing it in an open and transparent way for our community as well. So Brad has incredible skills, is exemplary when it comes to integrity in government, and I know we'll be very well served. I look forward to continuing to learn more from you, Brad, and your colleagues in the office. And as their new manager, you're continuing to help them grow in their careers, because we have some incredible members of our legal staff doing all kinds of different work. They're not all lawyers. There are different types of job skills that make up the legal department. But there's room for everyone to grow, to learn new topics, and practice new skills, all within a supportive environment and delivering for our community. So thank you very much for pursuing this position. Right person, right time, right place. Thank you so much. Oh, we have to vote on it first.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approving this, please raise your hand or say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Fye. It is unanimous, 5-0. Thank you. And no, you don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting. Well, that's true, too. He had a hand, Brad had a hand in our new 911 ambulance service contract and process. So I'm welcoming two of our expert staff up for our next action item. Please take it away.
Thank you so much, Chair Harrington. Well, good evening, Chair Harrington, Board of County Commissioners. For the record, my name is Mira Samantal. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the Director of Health and Human Services. Congratulations to Brad Anderson, who is our legal counsel. We're excited for this next adventure for him. So with me tonight, I have Adrian Donner, who is a Public Health Program Supervisor. What we're going through tonight is an action item. This is a duplicate presentation of what you received at work session on July 11th. During that work session, it was Tim Case who presented the information. Adrienne Donner is his supervisor. She's here tonight. So we're going to breeze through this fairly quickly because it really is a repeat presentation, but for the benefit of the public, we wanted to go through some high-level points. I do want to encourage members of the public, if they want to also go back and watch that work session, they're more than welcome to, of course, from July 11th. So with that, I will turn it over to Adrienne Donner to present information about our EMS ASA plan.
Thank you. Madam Chair, Commissioners, it's very nice to see you and hear you. I would first say Brad didn't just have a hand in the EMS stuff. It's like an arm and a half. We've kept him very busy this last 18 months. So to go through the agenda for this presentation, really, I will touch on the high points. I do please ask questions if they still exist. I will touch on each slide, but very briefly. So this process to get to where we are, which is our final update to our Ambulance Service Area Plan, or ASP, has been 2 years in the coming. We've been updating each of our documents. These were the last changes that we needed to make as the transition happens, because some of the existing document changes with the transition. So these are the last crossing of the T's and dotting of the I's. It's important to know that our Ambulance Service Area Plan is one of a handful of governance documents. That's not how all counties work, but in Washington County, we have not only an ambulance service area plan, we also have administrative rule as well as county code that govern how our EMS system functions. So our ASA is not as deep as, say, Clackamas, which has all their stuff crammed into one document. We try to keep the different layers of information in the different documents. Please.
Sorry. We have a cohort from our civic leaders class, and we have an interpreter here in the room.
Thank
so
you.
If you could walk through a little bit more slowly, that would
I will slow down.
Thank you.
Not my normal speed. Okay, so this ASA is part of a family of plans that help govern how the emergency medical services operate in the county. The ambulance service area plan really tells the story of how all the pieces work and lays that overarching framework for what one would expect in Washington County. I won't read the quote, but we are required by ORS 682062 to have an ambulance service area plan. I do want to touch on this slide very quickly. We have one ambulance service area. So in Washington County, most of the county is just one ambulance service area, which means we have one vendor who does the emergency 911 ambulance transports. This works really well for how our system works. I will point out the map has been fixed since the 11th, so the cutout down in Sherwood is now corrected. We do have a couple of spaces that go different than the Washington County border to provide contiguous services either just outside of the county or into our county from neighboring counties. Lots of the changes in the plan during this one are editorial. They do not affect how EMS functions. They're just cleanups. But there are a few things that are bigger or more noticeable. To note is that the Oregon Health Authority asked us to include appendices in our plan that cover our major emergencies or modified EMS operations. This is not used as often, but periodically it gets used. Our mass casualty incident plan, which unfortunately is used more often as mass is not as big a number as you would think. It can be a small handful of people in a car pileup, those kind of things. And then finally, our partner EMS agencies' general contact details. So something that the Oregon Health Authority wanted in place so that they have access to the players in Washington County should they need to find them. And then we have a handful of things that do affect the EMS functions, and these are the things that held up this last change until just now. The big pieces are the inclusion of basic life support in our system. We've been doing that under emergency rule, and now it's in the system. And then moving towards the centralized dispatch through the Washington County Consolidated Communications Agency, which is a work in progress and will be completed in the fall. Speaking a little bit to the advanced life support and basic life support systems, once the system of dispatch directly from WACA is in place in the fall, they will dispatch the right asset to the right type of call. And we will always have a fire asset as first response, or almost always. Once in a while, the ambulance gets there first. And that will help with our quality assurance and our work as we move into this new system to make sure that the triage that's being done is being done in the right way, as how the triage happens at WACA is new, and we're making decisions and changing as needed. The other piece that's added in is the operational compliance or clinical compliance measures. You will have seen those as well in our franchise agreement, as that's how we push that compliance to American Medical Response. And so those are now written into our ASP as well. So finally, the ask today is to have the letter of endorsement signed for our ambulance service area plan. That letter is short but sweet. It covers 3 points, which we assure you, we have covered in our ambulance service area plan and satisfy all the needs of Oregon Health Authority as well, whose approval of the plan as is has just come in as well. So our timeliness is right on track for that transition next week. And with that, I put it to you.
Commissioner, questions?
Yeah, could we go back to slide 10? I want to make sure that our leadership group understands the additional services that we have included in our ambulance now. So there's two types of services. Basic life support, which is where you might fall and break an arm or hurt yourself kind of badly, but it's basic, you're not going to die. So that's what our call system, which we call WACA, Washington County Communications, will determine which ambulance service they will call. If you're having a heart attack or something life-threatening, then they will call a different type of ambulance service. So we make sure that you get the kind of medical attention that you need, but not too much if you've just fallen and hurting yourself a little bit. So I wanted to explain that slide to you so that you understand what we're accomplishing with this agreement and putting this into place. This is a new type of service that we're doing with our ambulance.
Thank you, Commissioner Willie.
I think another aspect of this diagram that Commissioner Willie was mentioning to me was the 911 system. Dispatch used to be handled differently. When you call a fire department or a police department across Washington County, this Washington County Consolidated Communications Agency, that WCCCA that we abbreviate as WACA, they handle police and fire dispatch. Well, now they'll be taking all of the 911 calls that need ambulance as well. So everything is coordinated. It's a really great group. They've transitioned from an older building with older systems to a newer building and newer systems. It's very high tech, but it's all about getting you the service you need. So this is one of those programs where we've had different parts over the years, and you're seeing it now at the very end, because we're switching from one ambulance providing company, Metro West, over to AMR on August 1st. And so our team's been working and the companies have been cooperating so that we can all be assured the system that we depend upon is there for you. So thank you to everyone for your patience. Commissioners, are there any other questions?
I just have a comment. I just want to say thank you to Brad and to you for putting up with my asking these questions and certainly making the modifications that I asked for a few weeks ago, and that's how we got here. So thank you very much. I appreciate you putting that information in there.
Absolutely, you're welcome.
Commissioner Fye, do you have any questions or comments?
No questions from me, Chair.
Okay, thank you. So do we have a motion to endorse the Washington County Ambulance Service Area Plan as set forth in Exhibit A?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please vote by raising your hand or saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner Fye. Any opposed? The motion carries unanimously 5-0. Congratulations. Yeah. Job well done, long project. And I wish you everything going smoothly over the next several weeks. No heat domes, no wildfires, none of that disruption. Okay. Next, we have our second opportunity for public communications. This is an opportunity where members of our community can come and speak to us for up to 5 minutes an individual. Clerk Moss, do we have anyone who signed up?
Did not have anyone sign up at the beginning of the meeting, but would anyone from the leadership class like to provide comment on any county-related topic for up to 5 minutes?
But they will someday, right? You can come
Yeah,
up.
please-
right
please
up
come
to
up.
the table. Come right up here. Come up to the table. And
Lo que acaba de pasar ahorita de las ambulancias.
could he handle the interpretation for us? Thank you. So we'll just need your name.
Sí.
Nombre?
Mi nombre es Alili Cárdenas
My name is Lili Cardenas.
y mi comentario es respecto de lo que acabo de escuchar de las ambulancias.
And my comment is precisely about what I just heard about ambulance service.
He tenido la fortuna de no usar nunca ese servicio, pero he escuchado que es costoso.
I've had the good fortune of not needing to use that service, but I've heard it's actually expensive.
¿Hay algún comentario al respecto de si eso también va a cambiar, de que sea más accesible a la comunidad y no tenga como el temor de que va a ser caro usar el servicio?
Is there any additional comment regarding the cost that actually will become an affordable service to the community?
So, good question.
Buena
And
pregunta.
during public communication, it's an opportunity for us to hear from people, so we don't usually have Q&A, but I'll come back.
Es muy buena pregunta y precisamente en estas sesiones es una buena oportunidad para tener la oportunidad de responder preguntas. Yo voy a regresar a esa pregunta.
But since you've been brave in coming,
Pero como fuiste muy valiente en acercarte,
and my colleagues will help me if I get any part of this wrong.
mis colegas me
Oh,
van a
and
ayudar
Marnie
si me
as well,
equivoco.
our Assistant County Administrator. One of the new provisions in our new contract
Una de las nuevas provisiones en nuestro nuevo contrato
allows the ambulance company to get reimbursement more efficiently from insurance companies, but also Medicaid. So, for example,
establece una de las nuevas condiciones de que estas compañías proveedoras de servicio de ambulancia pueden ser reembolsados por sus costos de dos formas. Número uno, mediante la compañía de seguro médico y al mismo tiempo a través del plan de Medicaid.
so for example, there are many seniors who are covered, they have medical insurance from Medicaid, right?
Hay muchas personas de la tercera edad que tienen cobertura médica o tienen Medicaid.
And because of our older contract, the ambulance company could not bill Medicaid, and now we're changing that.
Y debido al contrato anterior, cuando estas compañías proveedoras de servicio de ambulancia no podían facturar también el servicio a la compañía de seguro de Medicaid, ahora que sí lo pueden hacer, Medicaid cubre la parte que antes las personas se veían obligadas a cubrir.
And if, hang on
Excellent.
just 1 minute. Are there any other provisions, Marnie, that I may not be remembering? Feel free to come on up and grab one of our mics. Use Kevin's real quick. Or not real quick, but. Whoops.
Oh, good evening. I'm Marnie Kyle, one of the Assistant County Administrators. I'm also happy to talk to you in the back after the meeting tonight. The only other thing I would add is that for people with no insurance, the ambulance company will work with people to make payments and oftentimes even forgives some of the debt.
Ella es una de las asistentes administrativas del Departamento de Finanzas del Condado. Una de las observaciones que ella puede hacer, y si tiene más preguntas puede atender al final todavía sus preguntas, es de que para el caso de aquellas personas que utilicen el servicio de emergencia de ambulancias y no tengan cobertura médica, estas compañías incluso pueden ofrecer planes de pagos por dichos servicios o incluso también pueden condonar o perdonar, eliminar una deuda de estas personas. Excellent. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you for being brave for your whole class.
Gracias, thank you.
Ross, do we have anyone out on Zoom land?
Would any members here in this meeting via Zoom like to provide comment on any county-related topic for up to 5 minutes? Give you just a moment to utilize raise hand function. Not seeing any hands, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. And guess what? I did not print out the future meeting schedule, but my colleagues have me covered.
Madam Chair, while you're doing that, I just want to say something to the young lady, I don't know where she's sitting, who stood next to me during the picture taking. She leaned over and said that someday I hope that I get to serve here in this position. I hope you do too. I would aspire for you to do more than this, but I think the sky's the limit for you. There isn't any prohibition against accomplishing anything. So I was impressed by that. That's a nice comment, and we all up here come from different backgrounds, and a lot of us from very humble beginnings, and so you might be surprised at our backgrounds as well. But I certainly hope you never lose your enthusiasm, your zeal for accomplishing things, and just keep that Northern Star and keep going for whatever you want to go for. So I'm impressed with you.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Willie, for being prepared for me. Can't believe here we are at the end of July already, and we're facing the new month of August. So next Tuesday, August 1st, we'll start with a work session at 9 in the morning. Then we'll move to a Housing Authority Board of Directors meeting right here at 10 a.m. And immediately following that business meeting, we'll move to the Washington County Board of Commissioners meeting and then reconvene the work session in the afternoon. On Thursday, August 3rd, we have our monthly roundtable starting at 9 a.m. On Tuesday, August 8th, it's work session day only, starting at 9 a.m. And running until we're done with the agenda. Tuesday, August 15th, we have the 2 meetings. The work session starts at 9. We pause that, go to the board meeting at 10, and then reconvene the work session. Generally, it's at 1 o'clock or earlier if the board meeting ends quickly. Then Tuesday, August 27th is very similar to today. Work session. Did I not say the 22nd? I said
No,
this.
you did.
Work session starts at 2 in the afternoon, and just like tonight, board meeting at 6:30 p.m. That last Tuesday of the month, the 5th Tuesday, August 29th, we're not meeting. So please don't show up. Make better use of your time. And just a reminder, at the end of our packet, we also, it's our second packet where we have a new sheet about board meeting assistance for any community members. Just as a great resource aid, I want to thank Clerk Moss for putting that together as well. That's in every packet, so it's easily accessible. So that's it for tonight's meeting from me. Any other board announcements?
Go to the fair.
Oh,
This is Fair Week.
Second.
Go to the fair.
that's right, the Washington County Fair. It's free admission. There's the carnival, there's the community booths in the Event Center building. There are all the 4-H and FFA animal exhibits as well. Lots to do. We hope you'll enjoy it. We have a motion and a second to adjourn tonight's meeting. All those in favor, please vote by raising your hand or saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner Fye. It's unanimous. We're hereby adjourned. Thank you. Good night.